So today is April 15th, 2026, and we are backtesting Path to Profitability, Road to Profitability. But I just want to take you guys through a quick backtesting trade, how you guys see my market analysis, and how you see it and all that type of stuff. Let's get into it. So I marked where price would most likely react. Down here, spike up, down here, spike up, down here, spike up. So obviously you guys would see that as support. Up here I would see this as resistance. Seems decently high volatility. And I mark my round psychological level. I like 500s, 100s, and 1000s. Those are like my best that I mostly see the most profitable in. Like this is a 500 one. I like those a lot more than like 200s, 300s, 400s, 600s, 700s, all that other stuff. But yeah, this resistance seems pretty strong. Resistance goes straight down, resistance straight down, resistance straight down. It's not like consolidating, like kind of right here how it's consolidating, how it didn't have that spike up, it still went down, had that spike up. So this one's not that trustworthy, but we're still gonna trade if we see our edge. We need to mark out our trend. Go to the weekly first. High, higher, low, higher, high. We broke this high. So now this is the higher low and this is the higher high. Right here. And then it turns bearish. Weekly is bull. We have highs and lows. Daily is broke that. So now this is the lower high, lower low. We're still in between this. So this is bearish. Yeah, so now we're bearish, so we're gonna need to wait till just shifted bearish. We now have that daily lower low, and we have that pullback into the AOI. Friday, we go down to the 1 hour. Inside the AOI, better confirmation. 2 p.m. not my time frame. 7 a.m. not my time frame. Oh, that one is. But it's not an engulfing that has 2. Candlestick swallowed. Wait, is it? Yeah, no. It's 1 candlestick swallowed, so I'm not interested in that trade. So we got that engulfing on the 2 a.m. Let's see how this trade plays out. Minimum of 1 to a 2 risk to reward. Our stop loss is below the 4-hour breaker structure and liquidity grab. Let's see how this trade plays out. Alright, we have 1 to a 2. Looks like it's going to scale to a 1 to a 4. I executed my strat perfectly. We were at the area of interest. We had that cleaning 1 hour engulfing from the daily reaction, so that's all I care about. And let's move on to the next trade. So we found another trade right here. This was the AOI down here. I broke that, so I deleted it because it's no longer trustworthy. It's irrelevant. Broke that resistance, retesting these highs inside that AOI, which was this flip zone, which was resistance. Now it's support. Retesting these highs. Let's see how this trade plays out. We're still lower high, lower low. So we can't take this trade because daily is bullish and weekly is bearish. No trade yet, even though we see our beginning of our trade. So at a higher high. Looks like we're at a once was resistance. This broke past this high, so we're waiting for that breaker structure. The breaker structure happened Thursday. We go down to the 1 hour. Thursday at 4 p.m. So right there it closed. Which is in sync. 3 a.m. right here. Put our stops right here. Below the 4 hour. Do it at, I like doing it at a normal level. Let's do 90. Minimum of 1 to a 2. That's how this trade played out. No 1 to 4. Clean 1 to a 3 though. So I was thinking about taking this trade, but this is a weak engulfing. I can only take a trade if there's 2 candlesticks it's swallowing, so this one is very weak. so I'm not taking this trade. So it's next day, Thursday. Back tested, or I filmed a video for you guys yesterday. Back today, this morning. It is 10 o'clock. Right now we have both bullish. We're still back testing. We're still bullish on the weekly. Daily we are bullish. Higher high, higher low. We had that break of structure on the daily. Now we have the displacement candle slowing down. So now I'm going to be looking for buys. We do have a nice resistance. We broke that resistance. Now we're retesting it right here, a flip zone. TradingView needs to fix this glitch. We're not too strong around psychological level of 47,200. Here, Thursday it's closing, so we need to go to the 1 hour, wait for that 5 p.m. Now we should be looking for an engulfing. Price went inside it, we broke it. Okay, now we're doing that, 8 a.m. If price breaks into this AOI, then I'm going to be looking for buys. Looks like it's not going to. Yeah, it's been like 3 days now. Support. So obviously this AOI is not strong because we're consolidating on it right now. We had another break of structure right here. Structure. We had the displacement candle. Close at Tuesday. 1 hour. 7 a.m.
These are back tests.
11 a.m. On one. Looks like we're at a support, the round psychological level of 58,800. We did break these lows, and now we're retesting it. I was waiting for price to go below this round level because I don't want to take a trade if it's going above it, because obviously it's going to be a support, as you guys see right here. Support. And once it broke that, we had a perfect 9 a.m. engulfing, so we're going to be interested in this trade. So I found this trade on the 4 hour. I guess I have to put my stops on the last 4 hour break of structure. So I entered right here. So I had to put my stop above this 4 hour high, which was a big stop loss, which is because you guys know that I took away the 4 hour break of structure, and the stop is just way too big, but I have to keep continuing to do it because I have these perfect 100 backtest trades. And it makes more sense to put this stop loss above this 4 hour high, but we're going to do that after. So I was going to take this trade, guys, but we obviously had a flip zone resistance. We broke above that resistance. Now we're supporting. Daily had a break of structure, which is in right now. I was going to count this as a displacement candle because we are breaking in the AOI. We're going to have a reaction, but it's not showing weakness or slowing down, so I'm not going to take this trade. I'm not going to be interested. I was just thinking, chatting with AI about like how I want to change my stop, because I usually put my stop loss on the 4 hour based on the 4 hour elbow, market elbow, or the break of structure, whatever. And I saw this one trade play out where it would have made way more sense to put because my entry is on the 1 hour. And if I put my entry, or if I put my stop loss with my 1 hour entry, it would probably make more sense. But as I saw today, if I put my stop loss on this 1 hour, it would have made way more sense for my risk reward. What comes to think of it, just because that one trade played out for that 1 hour does not mean it's going to play out for 100 trades. So I'm going to keep sticking to my rules. I'm going to keep sticking to the process, and I'm just going to thug it out. And if I come across, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't make sense, okay, cool, I can write it down, and maybe I can imply that once I'm done with the 100 backtest trades. And that's the hardest thing when it comes to trading. You keep wanting to change your rules because, this makes sense. Like with me today about the 1 hour, I usually put my stops above the 4 hour at market elbow, and today I saw market elbow above where I would put the 1 hour, and my risk to reward would have made way more sense. And that trade out played out perfectly fine. Hit for 1 to a 3 or 1 to a 2, and I didn't hit for and I lost because the stop loss was too big and price went down and then went straight up, back up. It was a sell. But yeah, I was just, I wrote it down just because that one trade was making me think that, yeah, maybe that is a bad strategy decision, putting my stops above the 4 hour when I'm entering on the 1 hour. But I'm just going to keep sticking through. I'm just going to keep thugging it out because discipline always pays off in the end. Even if I'm doing something wrong, I'm still building up my discipline, and it's overall great for my growth as a trader. But was just thinking about that just now. I just wanted to go over that with you guys. But keep sticking to my rules. Keep sticking to the process. But keep executing 100% all the 100 backtest trades, and we're gonna get it through. We're gonna get it done, and then we can, once we get those 100 trades done, then we can figure something else out. Or if I'm doing the right thing, because I could be doing the right thing with my 4 hour stop loss, and just because I saw that 1 hour stop loss once does not mean it's going to be profitable throughout all the 100 backtest trades. But yeah, it's just what I came across, and I'm going to keep sticking to my rules. I'm going to keep sticking to my edge. Just because I see one trade that would have played out, that would have made more sense, does not mean it's going to be profitable for 100 trades. It's just messing with my mental. 4 hour high, which was a big stop loss. I took away the 4 hour burger structure. It's way too big, but I have to keep continuing to do it because I have these perfect 100 backtest trades. And it makes more sense to put this loss above this 4 hour high, but we're going to do that after. Pretty good backtest trades today. We followed our edge perfectly. We executed it perfectly. I don't care if we're winning or losing. We did take 3 out of 3 today. But then again, I also did take 3 out of 3 at the perfect trading execution, so I'm happy about that. I don't really care if I'm winning or losing. But obviously, I have that thought in my head that's like, yes, I'm winning, whatever, but I'm not trying to listen to that, because I know in the bigger picture, following your execution and following your strategy perfectly is going to help in the long run. But we started at 8:50 today, just now ending at 11:15, so a couple hours just back testing, watching market, and just learning the new market structure, reading the charts, and all that other good stuff that goes into it. But I think this is going to end it for today. Probably going to watch some YouTube videos, psychology videos, and call it a day for the trading session, and then go hit the gym later. Update you guys of what I'm going through and my thought process of how this is going down.